Sports to the bone family. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Another video coming at you guys. Very interesting one here, my viewers and subscribers. Couple of topics here that I want to share with you guys. I am anticipating that this one gonna get some sticks, but here what? Still gonna touch on these topics. We see where a couple of media outlets over there in India, they are actually printing stuff and saying that a couple of West Indian players are expected, it is expected that quite a few of the West Indian players will not be retained by their franchise as the IPL teams look to go into auction. Gonna talk about that. Not only are we going to take a look at what if the players are not retained, gonna take it a step further and look at is it probably a blessing in disguise if some of these players actually go unsold in the IPL. Going to talk about it. Plus we see where the former England captain Michael Vaughan did an interview and he was saying if Babar Azam is able to lift this trophy, this T20 trophy, he might as well, he might become the Prime Minister of Pakistan. So, that is how much the people are hoping and the people are wishing that he will lead the team to victory. So we're going to talk about those couple of things, my viewers. So just make sure you give a listening ear until the end. And if you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so we're going to kick things off with the IPL and a couple of the West Indian players that are expected to feature. Now, I would have done maybe 2 videos in recent time talking about a couple of our players that might not be retained. But the players not being retained doesn't necessarily mean that they are not going to be in the IPL. They probably will be picked up by other teams. But I want to look at it from an angle of some of these players going unsold. This is not me wishing that the players do not make their money. This is not me wishing bad for the players. Because I know how some people think. Once you touch on a player that is from their country, oh, you are fighting against the player. Why are you talking about this player? Why don't you talk about the next player? Let me say from now, it doesn't matter where they are from. Guyana, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, Leo, anyway. I have said this on several occasions. I support West Indies cricket and these guys play for West Indies. So I am talking about these players under a West Indies umbrella. Couldn't care less which island they come from. So I am taking a look at this and I am wondering if it's probably a blessing in disguise that some of these players might go unsold. Right, recently the West Indies white ball captain Nicholas Pooran said that regional cricket sure would help in the development of the players, sure would help them get back their form when they're lacking in white ball cricket, but they don't have the time to play that. And he spoke about the busy international schedule. Didn't talk anything about franchise, the IPL and things like that, because it goes without saying that is their golden goose. That is where they get their money. So I cannot knock a man and say don't go and make your money. So don't get me wrong. This is not me saying they need to walk away from IPL. But let us say some of these players that have not performed in the IPL or at the international level or on the international level for a little while now. Let us say they go unsold. Isn't that probably a blessing in disguise? A wake-up call for some of these guys to say, look, we need to get our act together. Let us go and play some red ball cricket. In the meantime, see if we can spend some time at the crease. And not only to gain back their IPL contract, but the ODI World Cup is just around the corner, will be in India. You will need to spend time at the crease if you are playing in that neck of the woods, right? And as I said, I know that according to the captain, they are busy and they don't have time, but let us say a couple of these players go unsold. It's highly unlikely, right? Even if they are not retained, even if the poor and the Hetmyer, the Shepherd and these guys of the world, even if they are not retained, it's more than likely they are going to get picked up in auction by another team. But as I said, in the event they don't get picked up, you understand? I know they cherish their IPL, but wouldn't it probably work in their favor to come and play, just to get themselves back in shape, to keep to see if they can get back to basics and work on certain fundamental things that need to work on? We don't want the same embarrassment going into the ODI World Cup, where these guys are asked to bat 50 overs and they only bat 25 and 30. If they do bat out the 50 overs, they can make over 250 because of a lot of dot balls. So I'm just looking at it from this angle. I know that from a money angle, it doesn't sound sensible, it doesn't make much sense. But I'm just saying, if a couple of these guys go unsold, it's probably going to be a rude awakening for them. On the other hand, maybe not. We would have seen one particular pace bowler from the West Indies who would have lost his IPL contract, would have lost his central contract with West Indies, and no sort of improvement has been made. Well, I don't want to say no sort of improvement, but doesn't seem as if his fitness has improved any at all based on what I am hearing. So I'm not saying this is the quickest way to fix, but can you imagine some of these guys that went for big money in the last IPL, didn't do anything in the IPL, didn't do anything in the World Cup, and they have been below par at the international level. Probably it would be an eye-opener for them to go unsold, and they can just go and do some work in the region. You understand? As I said, I am looking at the benefit of, I am looking to, where it can basically prolong their career. And also them performing for West Indies. I know that West Indies cricket is probably not at the forefront of some of these guys' mind, because when they talk about how busy they are, when they talk about what they have to do, you don't hear them talk about eliminating any form of franchise cricket. And as I said, I cannot knock a man for wanting to make their money, but to what extent? To how far are you willing to go with it? Are you going to go where your technique is down, your skill level is down, everything is down, and you're just going all around the place? You're not in your 30s, you're not 35, 36 going and trying to rake in the cash. You are still in your mid-20s, early 20s, late 20s, and you are not being effective, yet still you are just going around and trying to scrape up from all the franchise level cricket. This is not me saying that the regional cricket will fix things, because the bowlers are not where we want them to be. The pitches, some of the pitches, not where we want them to be. But if the white ball captain was able to say that he believes playing red ball cricket will help to improve their skill, but they don't have the time to do it, I am on the leave. The only thing I am left to do is to say, boy, it might be a blessing in disguise if some of these guys go unsold. This is just me reasoning, my viewers and subscribers. So we're going to leave it right there as it relates to that. The comment section is open. Go ahead in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think that it's probably a blessing in disguise if some of these players go unsold? Or should these guys all get contract, go underperform, ride the bench, and the cycle goes over and over, and then they return and start preparing for the ODI World Cup? What are you guys expecting? What do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comment section. Zane, so the final thing that I want to touch on before we go, Babar Azam will lead his Pakistan team in the final of the T20 World Cup, going up against Jos Buttler and his England team, right? Now, Michael Vaughan, the former England captain, he did an interview and he was saying that Babar Azam, if he is able to get them across the line, if he's able to get them across the line, he might be next in line, or he might be the Prime Minister. So he might become Prime Minister solely on the basis of this after he retires. We would have seen where a former Pakistan cricketer would have gone on to be Prime Minister. So, they love their cricket, and who to tell, we don't know if the man is political or whatever, but winning a T20, winning a World Cup for Pakistan, that will definitely boost your chances of leading a country like Pakistan. You understand? But I don't know. I think Michael Vaughan was just saying that to say how important it would be for Babar Azam to basically take the title home for his team. I think 30 years ago, both teams would have met in a final, not a T20 World Cup final. You understand? And 20 30 years now. They are back at it again, so I don't know. Let us work in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think will come out victorious? And yeah, let me know who you think will be the top players in that game or the top performers. Sports to the bone. Trying to keep you informed as per usual. Big up on yourself. Zin.